Morning everybody, Martin here, OMR. Welcome to Fresh Fishing and welcome to the retirement sessions. Today you join me and I'm at a local lake, only 10 minutes from my home. I'm at the Catterick Complex and I'm on the Howe Lake today. I got here at about 8:15, 8:20, booked in, paid my money, and then talking to the lady, she said, yeah, you can walk around, drive around, find your peg, and then you've got 24 hours from then. So I did that, and I had to drive around the whole complex, around all 4 lakes, and I settled on this spot in the end, and I probably had my first rod in from about 10:15, 10:30. I've now settled on a few spots, and I've got the 3 rods in. Areas are lightly baited, because talking to when the lady was just walking around actually picking litter up, and she confirmed that this was Howe Lake, and she confirmed and she advised that single baits are key here. If you use too much bait, you won't do a great deal. So I've lightly baited the areas with the bait boat, as well as the rigs that I've got out. So yeah, the rigs have been in since 10:30. It's now just after 11:10. What I'm going to do in a moment is get the bivvy set up, etc. It's good here because you can keep the car close to your peg, on your peg actually. So I've been able to do most things from the car initially, and get things cracking. So what I'll do is I'll get all set up, and then I'll talk to you about rigs and where I'm fishing, etc. Right, it's just after 12, bivvy's up, I'm just about sorted out. What I'm going to do in a moment is, it's pretty weedy, this lake. Well, it's very weedy, so I need to find some clear spots, I think. I've never fished here before, so I don't know any likely spots, as it were. So what I'm going to do is set my spod rod up, I think, with a lead on it, and see if I can find a couple of clear spots in the areas that I'm fishing at the moment, because where I've put 2 of them, they've been shows. So I'll see what I can find there, and then when I've done that, I'll come back and tell you what and where I'm fishing. Right, I've had a lead around, found what I think are a couple of clear spots. Difficult to say, it's very weedy, but didn't catch in those areas as badly as when I was dragging it back through the weeds. So I'm presuming that they're better areas. Anyway, right hand rod, I've got a mega method feeder on there with a bug wafter, and I've got that right over to the right of the lake, about a rod length off these reeds over there. There was a show over there a couple of times, so I've put one over there. Center rod, which is on a snowman rig, and the island basically, and just short of the island again, probably a rod length off, there is a clearer area, and I've got that one there. And then the left hand rod over to my left is this little bay area, and at the moment I've got it under sort of just off that bush area there, but there is a clearer and deeper area about here, which I'm going to recast it to in a moment. About here it is, yeah. So that's where they are. What I'm going to do in a moment is get some lunch on, and I'll get back to you later. Right, lunch is a yakitori chicken soba noodle and a cappuccino and an apple, and then I've got a rump steak for tea, so tea will be a bit better, but I thought I'd just have a light lunch, a quick soba noodle, and that'll do me. Yeah, quick update, just after 2 o'clock, nothing yet. I've had quite a few liners, and on my right hand rod, the mega method feeder rod, I had either an aborted a take or a very long liner. That was about an hour ago. So that's all the action I've had so far. A little bit more information about Catterick Complex. It's in the village of Catterick, down by the River Swale, and there's actually four lakes here. There's Howe Lake, which I'm on, Howe Lake, and then there's Copley Lake, and the final one is, without looking, Kendall Lake. Kendall Lake used to be a match lake about 15 years ago, and used to have an island in the middle, and what they did, they took the island out and made it into a bit more of a runs water, but certainly a specimen lake. And all lakes have got some good fish in them. I mean, this one's got 30s in it, and I'm told it may have even a 40 in here by the guy I was talking to this morning, who was fishing on the other peg here. As I say, he moved off after 24 hours here. It cost me £30 for 24 hours to fish 3 rods. If you want to fish 2 rods, it's only £25, and it's 15 quid. And that's the same on any lake, of course, and it's 15 quid for a day session. So it's up there with the pricing on most complexes. The lakes are fairly sizable. I mean, this one is a fair size, probably 4 or 5 acres, and so is Copley Lake. The other two, Howe Lake is a bit smaller, and so is the old Match Lake. Again, that's long, thin, and not as big as Copley and Howe Lake. So yeah, just a little bit more information. Yeah, just another quick update. It's 20 to 4 now, and it's gone very quiet actually. Cooled down a bit as well, although it's not been very warm at all over the last few days and last couple of weeks anyway, but it's just cooled down a bit. The wind's picked up a little bit, but that's keeping the rain off at least. And yeah, I've had nothing as yet. Keep getting the odd line bite here and there, but nothing more than that. I'm hoping that it's that sort of afternoon quiet period, and things might start to warm up a bit on the fish side, sort of tea time and later on, and maybe tonight hopefully. So yeah, fingers crossed we'll get a bite at least. Okay, just after, well, it was about 3:45, my middle rod went, 2 beeps, and then the tip of the rod started to move, and I picked it up, and yeah, into a lovely mirror, which is 22 pounds 12 ounces, 22.12. So yeah, I'm over the moon with that one. That's great. One of the first fish I've caught at Catterick. I caught a crucian before, and I lost a pretty good fish, but this one, 22, getting a 20 straight away is great. So I'll just give you one more look at her, and then I'll when I can pick it up again, and then I'll get it back in and get the rod back in the same spot. There we go. Yeah, 22.12. Great stuff. Lovely little mirror. As I said, it's very weedy out there, so I just had to actually coax that one back in through the weed, and massive amount of weed in the net, which is all tangled up in my rig. So I'll untangle that lot and get it back in. And that was on the Snowman rig, just to the right of the island. So I found a good spot there. I'll get it back on there. Right, rigs. On my right hand rod I've got the Mega Method feeder. There it is, simple enough. It's a 53 gram one, so it's like not quite the largest one, the next one in the set. And I've got on there a 4-inch hook length with a bug wafter. I'll show you what it's like once it's loaded up. Right, there we go, all loaded up, and the wafter is presented on top, as you can see, and hook is nicely tucked away inside. I'm going to get that one out now. I'm going to change the location of that. I'm going to put it to the right of the island. I said that I'd got that fish, the last one, from the right of the island. It's actually the left of the island, and I'm going to put this one to the right of the island, equal sort of distance, because it seems to be clearish around the island. Right, I've just moved rigs around slightly. The Snowman rig on the centre rod is where I caught the fish, which is about there in relation to the island. I've moved the Mega Method feeder over to about the same distance to the right of the island and just minus of it, because I think that's quite a clear area around the island. So that's where I'm trying with two rods. And the left hand rod, which incidentally has got a quite a bright pop-up on it, I've got it about here, just off the trees down this side, locked up tight, and I've scattered a few boilies in with it. See if we can pick anything up from that tree line. What I'll do tonight is I'll leave the two by the island, they're fine, and I'll move this rod that's in the margins, that's locked up, I'll move it to this side of the bay, so that it won't get me into any trouble if I don't get out the bivvy quick enough. Right, there we go. Rump steak, peas and potatoes, all ready to go. Right, I'll get that now before it goes cold. Yummy, yummy. Well, I must say the steak was excellent, really good, and I'm washing it down with a can of Brewdog. So yeah, tea was great. See if we can get into some more fish now. Cracking. Okay, rig center rod. It's just a lead clip with a blowback rig and Snowman. It's a hard hooker, boilie, shaved slightly with half a pop-up on it, and that's a size 8 hook in this particular case, and that works quite well. And the lead clip is loose, so once a fish picks it up, it's a running lead basically, so the fish can't use the lead to try and unhook itself. Seems to work better that way. Right, final rig. Again, lead clip. It's a running lead again. It's loose, and it's just a pop-up on a Ronnie rig with a bit of putty on there, and that balances it quite nicely. Plain and simple. I'm going to put that one back. I'm going to put that one across the other side now, on the other tree line, so that it doesn't cause me any trouble tonight if I pick up a fish on it. Right, guys, 9:45. It's getting quite cold now, so I'm looking as though I'm going to get into bed in a moment, I think, and I might watch a film or something. The camera battery also needs charging as well, so I need to bid you farewell for the night. Hopefully we will meet during the night under lights when we're rudely awakened, but if not, I'll see you tomorrow morning. Good night all. Well, good morning everyone. I just had my wake-up call at about 6:20 on my centre rod again. Exactly the same rod, and this time it's a smaller common, which is in the net. I'll show you it in the net, and then I'll get it out and show you. There he is. Probably a double, an upper double, I would say. We'll get him out and have a look in a moment. Right, here we go. Nice common. It's 15 pounds and 7 ounces. 15.7. So, lovely wake-up call. Quite a good fight as well. Came in fairly well, but then once it got near the net, it started to perform a little bit. So yeah, 15 pounds and 7 ounces, 15.5 pounds, round about there. Okay, I'll get him back in. Yeah, morning again. I thought I'd just have a quick word on the night, as it were. Yeah, it was a very quiet night. I had 2 knocks all night, probably line bites. And they weren't the swans because they'd cleared out the area. I saw them at about 11 o'clock. I saw them sort of leaving the lake and going to wherever. So I had a knock probably before that, and then one, I don't know, about 4 o'clock. And that was it until the bite at 6:20. It got very cold last night. It got down to 4 or 5 degrees, so you could feel the difference in temperature. Maybe that quietened it down overnight. It's fairly possible. So right, it's, as I say, it's 7:15. I've had a cup of coffee. I'm going to start a slow pack down now. I've got to be off for 9 o'clock, so I'm going to use that time. I'm going to leave the rods in until then, and then I'll close the session and talk to you. Right, all packed up. Everything's loaded. It's just 2 minutes to 9, and that's the end of the session. Didn't get anything else after the 6:20 call, but I'm pleased with that. It was a very good session. A double and an upper double actually, and a 20 in my first Catterick Howe Lake session. I can't complain actually, so I'm really pleased with that. Really good. And I might come back and visit this place a little bit more in the future. So there we go. That's all to the session. I'm going to make my way back home now. Won't take me long, only like 10 or 15 minutes. And see you next time, as it were, on the next retirement session. Probably next week. I'm going river fishing with my eldest son, barbel fishing and chub fishing. So we'll probably put that on camera and see how it goes. So see you then. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. If you don't already, hit that subscribe button and click the alarm bell to get notifications.